Hello, I'm Tony Gutierrez of Nebulb, and today I'm going to tell you about meteor shower. Concretely, the processing of a meteor shower. Last week I was during all night capturing the Leonid meteor shower. The Leonid is a not so intensive meteor shower because the rate of meteors during the night was more or less a lower rate. It started at 12 at midnight. It was more or less 2 meteors per hour, the rate, and at the maximum activity moment in the night, it was 9 meteor per hour. Then, in average, the rate of meteor per hour in the Leonid meteor shower was more or less between 5 and 6 meteors. It's a weak meteor shower, but I've done it, I've enjoyed it, and I'm going to show you how to process a meteor shower like that in Nebulb it's very easy and very fast. Then I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, first of all, this is Nebulb interface, and first of all you have to import images, all the images that you have captured during the night. Here I have all my images, more than 1,000 images, 1,525 images, 1525. Here it is, 1,525 images, 5 hours and a half of total capture time. And this is the picture. This is a huge rock. It's a volcanic bomb in old ancient volcano in Spain, in Valencia. And this is a rock, a volcanic bomb. Then this is the main subject of the picture, and the radiant of Leonids is in the middle of the images, on the top of the rock. Here is the Leo constellation. Then the first thing that you have to do in Nebulb is import images. Second is to choose to select a max for the sky. This is too easy. You have to check the button in the top, the star button, and the magic brush here, the magic wand, and you have to check the area between the sky, the horizon, between the sky and the ground. You have to do that for all the horizon. If you see some straight area like that, you only have to click, and that's all. Okay, you can play with the sensibility. For example, if I increase a lot the sensibility of the brush, for example here, you can see that part of the worm is included in the area of the sky. Undo, you can do undo. And if you reduce so the sensibility, you can see that you can check it's very weak, the brush, and you can check correctly the area. Then in average you can play with the sensibility, but if you put the sensibility in the middle, it's a good idea to do that. And you only have to do this for all the horizon. Okay, and check that here, one click. Then the selection of the sky is okay. This is important because Nebulb has to know where are the stars, because these pictures are taken without any star tracker, only with a tripod and a normal camera, with a wide lens, 14-24 millimeter from Nikon. Then the sky during that 5 hours and a half have moved a lot. Then Nebulb has to know where the sky is to find the stars and to align all the pictures to guarantee that the stars are exactly in the same position in all the pictures. It's like more or less like a star tracker software, a software star tracker, more or less. If you see that, it's not important to check. This is an approximately sky mask, and it's not important if you check some trees include some branches in the area. You can remove as well if you want, but yes, it's not necessary. But after the processing, you can improve the blending transition between the ground and the sky area. Then it doesn't matter, you include some branches, some small branches in the sky area. And this is the end. Oh, sorry, this is a horror. I'm going to show you what to do with that. Then, when you finish to select all the horizon, you only have to fill with the bucket. Yes, that's all. And yeah, this area is not good. And this is it. You can, when the sensibility between the sky, or the difference, the contrast difference between the sky and the ground is like that. It's not a. Maybe it's difficult to see where starts the sky or where ends the ground. You only have to check by hand. It's enough. You don't have to be precise. Maybe undo. Okay, check that with the magic wand, and you can remove. And at the end, with the transition between ground and sky, it will be perfect. This will be perfect at the end. Okay, then we have finished. We have imported the images. We have selected the mask for the sky, and the only thing that we remain to do is to tell Nebulb what have to do during the stacking. Then at the right top area here in this section, in the right top, you have to select. I prefer always with meteor shower session to perform a full processing, because Nebulb will detect all the flying objects, meteors, satellites, and something like that, and as well it will stack star trails without planes, without holes, without any imperfection, and very, very smooth trails. And during the same stacking you can do the both things. And this is the by default selection, and even in this case I check the exclude image with circulate, because I was there with another camera with my frontal light, and I think I include some parasite lights due to the working that I was here with another camera. Then if I check exclude image with circulate, Nebulb will exclude that frames with a normal lights automatically, without you don't have to check and you exclude by hand. Nebulb will do that for you. And the special effect in this case, because I usually use the fade in, fade out, that is like a comet effect, and no, I don't know why, but this case I've selected fade in. This is like a comet effect, a fade at the beginning. The exposure of the trails is lower than at the end, that the exposure of the trail is the normal. This is like a comet effect, more or less. And that's all. The only thing that remains is to save project as or save project, and after saving you have to here you must save the project before, then you start the stacking. Okay, that's all. I'm not going to save the project because I've done that and I've performed the stacking yet. And I'm going to show you the result after the stacking. More or less, the stacking time, it depends in the amount of the images, it depends on the resolution of the images, it depends on the power, the performance of your computer as well. But in this case, from my images of 36 megapixels, 1525 images, and with my computer, this is a laptop with Intel Core i7 10th generation from 2020, I think so. This is computer 3 years ago. Then it has spent 8 hours processing all the images and processing all the features of Nebulb. 8 hours, it seems more or less 19 seconds per image. Maybe for you is a lot, but I think for all the features that include Nebulb, for me is absolutely perfect, because during the morning when I arrived at home, I download all the pictures from my camera card to the computer, import them to Nebulb, and select the sky mask, and after that, during the afternoon, I'll get the image that I'm going to show you now. And the image is this. This is the result after the 8 hours of processing in my computer. And what's that? This is the chaos. What is this chaos? This is horrible. All the straight green lines are potential meteors. But we have here meteors, 1991 of 103. But you know, these are not all meteors of Leonids, because we know that the rate of that meteor shower, it was more or less in average 5 or 6 meteors per hour. Then it's impossible to get so many meteors. Then why this? What is this? This is mostly satellites that appears only in instant, only appears in one image, and for nebular potential meteors. Maybe there are meteors from another meteor shower, secondary meteor shower, and as well, of course, there are meteors from Leonids. But how to split, or how to classify, or to get the correct or the only meteors of the Leonids? Because from my point of view, the goal of the session was to get a Leonid meteor shower images. Then there are more than 1,000 here potential meteors. Then it's too easy. This is too easy, but in this case, if you project the lines, this is the projection, you have all the straight lines. Then if you check to the projection button, you don't have, it's difficult to see where is the radiant of the Leonids. But for this reason, in this case, is that the meteor shower is a weak meteor shower. It's not clear where is the radiant, because there are a lot of objects, flying objects like satellites, that are it's confusing. It's the chaos that I'm always talk about. And how do you order the chaos? Then the thing that I do, I use Stellarium, like a software, to orientate it in the sky. First, if I'm going to show you Stellarium, you have here Leo, the constellation of Leo, and in the head of the lion, you have the Leonids radiant. Here, in the head of the lion. Then, if you go to your picture, I'm going to show you here. You can check the stars of Leo are this. Okay, and this is Leo. Then, according to Stellarium, the radiant is more or less from here, more or less. If you see here in Stellarium, you see that the radiant is more or less in that position, here. And then if I selected all the meteors, all the potential meteors, and project their lines, okay, here I see a small amount of lines that are passing very near to this area. These are the meteors belonging to the meteor shower of Leonids. And how can we select it? It's very easy. You only have to select three of. This is not okay. This is one of them. Three of them. This is another one, and this is another one. You select three of them and to align automatically according to the radian. You say yes, and okay, this is another thing. You here only see 12 of 13 meteors, potential meteors, and if you see, all of them are passing through one area, a small area. This area is the radiant of the Leonids meteor shower. There are three of them that I'm not sure if they are exactly meteors or satellites, because they are deviated, they are too far away from the radiant. Maybe the best idea in this case is to check if these are exactly correct meteors from the Leonids or indeed they are satellites. The best way to do that is to select the square area to know which are the suspicious meteors, align according to the image. This is the difference between these two buttons, is align according to the sky. It's like a software star tracker, and this is the position in the camera, in the sensor. And then we can check. If you check and uncheck and press that button, Nebulb show you the original raw image. Okay, here it is. If you press the left button, Nebulb will load and show you the image before. If you press the right arrow in the keyboard, Nebulb show you the image after. Then if you see, this is the image before, you see a weak line here because this is a satellite, not a meteor. And if we do that, the same with that, press that button. Okay, okay, it seems a satellite. I press the right arrow in the keyboard to show you. You can see it's very weak, and you can see here a small line. If I press the left arrow again, this is the potential meteor, and if I press again the left arrow, this, okay, this is for me is a satellite. Okay, and this one, and check if I press the R key. Okay, I press the right arrow in the keyboard. Okay, here, these three of them are satellites. Then it doesn't matter. You can classify it as satellite. Classify it. Okay. And then we have only 9 of 10 meteors left. Only 9 of 10, but As I've told you before, the Leonids meteor shower, it was a weak, this year it was a weak meteor shower with a low rate of meteor per hours. Then it's good for me because 10, more or less 10 meteors is good. But it remains to check one thing. The ghost objects. Nebulb has a classification in these categories: potential meteors, strange objects, that here you can see all the meteors that before were in the meteor classification, now are in the strange classification. Satellites, we have a lot of satellites. Wow, 1,748 satellites is incredible. Most of the strange objects are satellites as well. And the ghost objects. Ghost objects are small ones that maybe some of them are satellites, small ones, and another of them are really meteors from the Leonids. But what of these ghost objects are really meteors from the Leonids? Then, if we project the lines, we can see there are two of them that pass through the radiant. Then these are objects from the Leonids. To do that is very easy. You only have to unselect the meteors. You select only ghost objects with the hand selected and press radiant. And Nebulb select only the objects that follow the radiant. Here they are. Okay, and when you have that, you only have to classify as meteors, and that's all. You have here 11 of 12 meteors. And okay, we have all the meteors that I get that night. And after that, but this is only representation, this is a drawing of a green line, but where is the image of the meteors? You unselected the line, selected the camera button, and okay, here they are. Okay, I'm going to mark because they are weak. Here you have one of them, another one. Here we have two of them, very, very beautiful, with green colors. Another and another here. Okay, then the thing that we can do is to increase or to develop the meteors to show them better. Then you can increase the exposure. It's up to you, the amount of exposure that you use. Okay, this is very, very better. And equalization is to increase the exposure of the weak meteors, and the strong meteors remains with their intensity. You only increase the intensity of the weak them. And yeah, this is great. This is better. Okay, maybe it's too high. And darkness, maybe to darkness a little bit the sky. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. And glowing, to perform an effect of glowing around the meteors. Okay, yeah, this is good. Okay, beautiful. For me, it's beautiful. Okay, this is my taste. This is what I like, but you can perform the adjustments that you want, and you leave the image like you want. The only thing for me here is like a pity, because this is a big one, and it's partially occluded by the tree. Then maybe if I move the time bar, okay, this is one. You can select it, the moment of the night in which you have all the meteors aligning. Then if you move a little bit and to press the button, Nebulb will align all the meteors with that moment of the night. Okay, this is performing all the... Okay, that's it. Yes, it's better for me because this meteor now is not occluded by the tree. That's beautiful. And that's all. That's all. The only thing that remains for me is develop. It's like you can contrast a little bit the image, the vibrance, to increase the colors, maybe contrast a little bit the ground area. This is an adjustment only for the ground area. We increase the exposure for the ground. Okay, too much maybe, but here the main subject has more visibility. And for the sky area, maybe a blue. I love blue skies, a little bit more vibrance. Okay, better for me. Yeah, it's so good. You can remove a little bit the light pollution. In this case, maybe it's not necessary. Well, here there is a lot of light due to a near population, a near town here. And the only okay, this is good for me. The only thing that remains is this, the fading, the transition between the ground area and the sky area. For this, you have a section here that is the blend section. You can increase the radius of the sky, okay, and reduce the exposure balance to compensate to balance the darkness of the sky between the light of the ground here. Okay, for example, if I do in the opposite way, you will see this is not natural. This is something rare. Then, to balance the lights between the sky and the ground, you can play it with the exposure balance control. And that's all. Yeah, this is... I love. This is not the best meteor shower image that I've taken, but this is... I could say that this is the best Leonids meteor shower image that I've ever done, because last year it was a lot of moon, and in the image, and the image that I've taken I don't like very much. And wow, this meteor with these colors, wow, it's great. I love that. And this is a good example of how to get an image in a meteor shower that is not the greatest one, like the Leonids or the Perseids or the Quadrantis one. Leonids, that they are stronger meteor showers, but with in a meteor shower like that, with a low meteor per hour rate, you can get an interesting image. And that's all. You will see that in a few minutes with the explanation as well and tal. And I've get an image from meteor shower, and that's all that I'm going to show you. If you like what you have seen in the video, if you want to know more about this new software, Nebulb, you can go to the website of Nebulb. Here in the description of the video you have the website, and if you like more information, if you want to know how to try this software, because it's possible to try it, how much is it, and all of the things of that, you have to subscribe to the newsletter, because all the information I inform by the email to the newsletter subscriber, and after that, if you don't like, you can unsubscribe when you want. And that's it. Okay, in a second video I will show you the result that I've got with the star trails image, because as I told you before, I've processed the full processing of Nebulb, then I've get the meteor shower image, and as well I've got a star trail image. But I show you that in the next video. See you, bye.